Hey friends, how are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing so well and welcome back to another thrifty video. Y'all, we are gonna get into it today. I am shipping out sales from over the weekend. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday sales, and holy cow, I don't know what's been happening in September. It's probably because I've been more consistent in listing, but my sales have been amazing. They were terrible in August. They've been amazing in September. And so I thought I'd do another little ship and thrift video where I ship some sales, show you guys what has been selling, and then also give you a little bit of a thrift haul at the end. And you guys have been enjoying these, so I thought, you know what, I might as well make a few more. But there are so many things going out. I've sold on eBay and Poshmark today, and these sales are incredible. Some of these items sold for over $100. So some great Bolo brands in here as well. So let's jump into it. The first thing is this pair of Hokas. I just showed these, I think in the last ship and shop. Whoop, whoop.
Knock it off.
I think I showed these just in the last ship and shop video. But this is a pair of Hoka Gaviota 5s, and I picked these up at my local Goodwill. I believe I paid like $12 for these. These sold for 50 bucks on eBay. And like all of these things that I sold on eBay, I haven't purchased my shipping label yet, so I don't have a perfect cost of goods versus how much I actually make. But right now I'm making $50.59. And then after I take away my shipping label, then we'll have an actual net profit. But this is a great sale. Hokas still can sell for good money. These were only listed for a few days, and so I really feel like that was a great pickup. And then let's talk about another bundle I had on eBay, and this was actually to a viewer, so thank you so much if this is yours. After my last ship and thrift video, I told everybody that I was offering 40% off of my closet for anything listed 90 days or more on any of my platforms, and I'm still gonna honor that again today. So if you guys are interested, I would love to send out some more items to some viewers. This one is a great bundle. I'm so happy for her. And some of these items are newer. Like I listed this a few days before she bought it at 40% off. So I was a little bit flexible as well. So this first piece is this quince blouse. So all four of these items sold in a bundle for $100. And so you'll see what they are here in a sec. That was the quince piece. I bought that for $4.50 at my local Goodwill. This is a little Meadow Rue Anthropologie top, super cute. And I bought that for $3 and probably 70 cents at my local Goodwill. This is really cute. This Swiftly Tech from Lululemon. I got this, I believe, for $4.50 at my local Goodwill. And then the last piece is this amazing, beautiful Eileen Fisher little jacket. This is so freaking cute. I think this is a wool, maybe it's boiled wool. I don't remember where I got this, but this is a gorgeous color. I am obsessed with it. And so she bundled all four of those items and I accepted an offer of $100 for all of that. So those are some good sales. I'm gonna combine the shipping and then we'll probably end up making probably around $50 to $70 of net profit after the shipping costs. I know it's a little bit confusing on eBay. And then we also have a Poshmark bundle. Another viewer, I think, bought this as well. So thank you again so much for anybody shopping my closet right now. I really do appreciate it. So this is 3 items. This first one is this Athleta crisscross back sweatshirt. Super cute. And that's what she looks like with the little cross on the back. That's an Athleta piece. And then she also picked out 2 Eileen Fisher pieces. So like Eileen Fisher, really high quality. Love that she grabbed some good pieces. This flowy black short sleeve tencel top and this green, sage green 3/4 length sleeve blouse as well. And so she bundled all 3 of those pieces and then I sold them to her for $45 for all 3. So another great bundle to a viewer. I'm always excited to be giving a great deal. Then I did sell this spoon rest, and this is an Anthropologie spoon rest. I think I actually got this as part of our wedding gifts. So I've had this for 5 years, but I only recently listed it, but I've never used it, but it sold for 10 bucks on Poshmark. So we made $7.05. I did not purchase this. It was a gift. So that was all profit. And for all 3 of those pieces in that last bundle, I believe I got them for $4 or less at local Goodwills. Now let's jump into something you guys have seen me pick up recently. This little New It Tags Sea Bags bag. If you guys didn't hear me talk about this, this is insane. I bought this, I believe it was $5.99 is what I paid for this. This Sea Bags Main, New It Tags Sea Bag. This is made from recycled sails, like from a sailboat. And it is a really popular bag. It's a really popular brand apparently. I had never heard of it really, but I had a clue when I felt it. I was like, this feels interesting. I looked it up and the comps were amazing. I listed this for $150 and over the weekend I got a $120 offer. So I accepted that. You better believe I accepted that because I am trying to move some things, but also $120 for something I paid $5.99 for is an amazing deal. So from that $120, let's see, right now I'm making $110.82. I'll probably pay about $6 in shipping. So $100 of net profit with my factored in cost of goods. That's an amazing pickup. I'm so excited that I grabbed that. And now I know that if I see that brand anywhere, I will definitely be picking it up. And so this was an exciting weekend, but Jeremy and I also weren't home this weekend. We were actually showing our house. We had an open house this weekend. And so all these sales were coming in while I was actually at my parents' house. We took the dogs and left to make it a little bit easier on ourselves. And so it was really exciting to have all those little notifications coming in. And then I would be like sending them to Jeremy and saying, hey, look what I just sold. It's so exciting. But yeah, but if you guys have missed it, my husband and I, we are moving from the Indianapolis area to the Detroit, Michigan area. And I'm trying to figure out the thrifting scene there, trying to figure out how I'm gonna keep doing my business that I do. And so if you guys have any thrifting recommendations, I would love to hear them. If you don't wanna put them in the comments, I totally understand that. If you send them to me on my Instagram, that's probably the best way to get me information. But yeah, if you guys have any recommendations, I would so appreciate it because your girl is nervous about thrifting in Michigan. So thank you in advance. Then we have this piece that's sold on eBay. This is a TLA Anthropologie gray waffle knit mock neck tunic. And this sold for $20.92. Right now we're making $23.38 after shipping and all of that. But I believe I got this at my local Goodwill for probably $4.50. That's what I pay for any top at my local Goodwill. And you guys, this is a really cute piece, but TLA, so an Anthropologie label. And this, again, 20 bucks. Not mad at it. It's a plain gray waffle knit. And I should, after my cost of goods and shipping, still come out with probably like $15 at least net profit. So still happy with that. Now, some of my best sales here are at the bottom of the bag because they're shoes. This was the best sale of the weekend. So excited about these. These are this pair of Adam Derrick 2 boot. I had never heard of this, but when I saw these at my local Goodwill, I knew that they were real leather. They felt amazing, and they're literally in brand new condition. Like nobody's worn these. They cost me $12. They're men's size 9, 2 boot New York, Adam Derrick. But I want to share this with you because these sold on my Poshmark for $190. So these were a $200 sale over the weekend. Absolutely insane. These cost me $12. From Poshmark after fees, we make $152. So around $130 of net profit after all of my fees at the end of the day. That's pretty good. So again, if you guys don't know this brand, I want to show you one more time. I think also they sold for so much because they are in such great condition, and these do retail for like $495. So a $500 pair of shoes just like in perfect condition at Goodwill, that felt good. That was a good sale. Very excited about that. And then this pair of boots is also a good sale. Not nearly as high as the last one, but still I'm very happy with it. It's this little pair of black leather shoes, and these are from Nisolo, which the bottoms, oh my gosh, it's gonna be really hard for you to see the brand on here. But these I also paid, this is 14. So I paid around $12 for these, size 6.5. These are the Nisolo Eva Everyday boot, which I've sold another pair of these too before in brown. But this pair in black sold for $60. So from 60 we make $48. So we're looking probably more around like $35 of net profit on those. But I mean, still a $60 sale. pretty pleased. And then I woke up yesterday to these selling overnight, which I was not mad about. These adorable little Madewell sneakers. And Madewell shoes is one of those categories that I still pick up pretty regularly. These were $7 at my local Goodwill, and I sold them for 50 bucks. So $50, we make $40. That's around $35, $37 of net profit. These are really cute, and I love picking up Madewell leather, Madewell calf hair. The shoes do really well for me. And then this is a bolo. I had never heard of these. I showed these to you guys recently. I picked up a pair of these shorts in gray and navy blue at my local Goodwill on a hunch that they felt nice. The comps looked pretty good. And then I saw if my husband wanted them, and he decided he didn't need them. They're running shorts. And y'all, when I went to list these, I was like, oh, these shorts retail for like $200. Like, they're insanely expensive. They're called Tracksmith, which, again, I had never heard of this brand, Tracksmith. But after a little bit of research, I found out that these are really highly sought after. These ones are not made anymore. They're called the rain short. They're for running in the rain. Super quality pieces. I listed the navy blue pair, and they sold within 30 minutes for $65. And that was just my full asking price. They just sold. This gray pair, then I listed after that, and I put them up for $65 again. And then I did not allow best offer, and these sold within the first, I think, like hour on eBay for full asking price, $65. So 2 pairs of these shorts made me $120 like that. It was insane. So again, I want to tell you guys, I want to shout it from the roof. Like, if I were to find Tracksmith again, I would be a happy camper. That's what it looks like again on the size tag. Really nice running gear. Who knew? Not me. $65 on eBay. That's what those sold for. And I paid, I believe, $4.50 for these. Yeah, I think $3.99 or $4.99 at my local Goodwill. So I have a little bit of margin for error there, $1. But I mean, $65 is insane for a pair of shorts. I hardly ever sell shorts for more than like $20, $30, even if they're new with tags. And those were pre-owned. Pre-owned. Insane. Next up, this little Vuori tank top. I also recently just showed this. This is a super cute little Vuori piece. Absolutely adorable, has a little Vuori tag there. And then somehow, I didn't even know that it had a size tag in here, but Jeremy found it, and it was in a size small. So I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even have to guess at the size. Praise the Lord. I was not looking forward to that. But this sold the same day I listed it. So this sold really quickly. They made me an offer for $35 on eBay, and I accepted, of course. So from $35, we make, well, right now it says $38 with my shipping factored in, but we'll probably end up making around $30 of net profit after everything. And so I picked this up at my local Goodwill for $3.99. I feel like that's great. I am very pleased with that. And that sold so quickly. And it's a cute color. I love selling Vuori, always does well. Then the smallest sale of the weekend was this little t-shirt, this Wu-Tang t-shirt. I picked this up in the bins a hot minute ago, like at least a year or two ago probably. And that sold on Poshmark. I accepted an offer of $18. So $18, hey, $18 is $18. From that, I make $14.40 on Poshmark. I probably paid $1 for that in the Goodwill outlet. So $13 of net profit, which I mean is not awful. I'll still accept $13. I mean, I'm taking that money and I'm gonna go buy some more things, flip some more things for some cash. Not bad. And then the last thing that sold over the weekend is this giant coat, which I'm very happy to sell before we have to move. Am I right? Have you guys ever moved your inventory? Not fun. I do not recommend it. I've moved my inventory now from when we moved from our apartment to our first house, from our first house to this house, and now I'm going to move it from this house to our next house, which is not ideal, but what can you do? This is a full-on parka. I got this in the Goodwill outlet though, so this was pretty cheap. It is this quilted long coat in purple, gorgeous coat. It's LL Bean, super high quality. It's a vintage LL Bean piece. It definitely was waiting for the right buyer. I think I've had this for a little bit of time here, but this is my newest sale. This is the thing that just came in. Apparently this person is moving to Maine and needed a nice big winter coat, but this sold for $60. They offered me 60 bucks. I think I had it listed at 75 maybe, so a really reasonable offer. From 60, right now we're making $59 with shipping. This guy is gonna cost me a pretty penny probably to ship. So I would assume at least $10 in shipping, probably like 40 bucks of net profit though. So I'm not mad at that. Big coats, I'm listing coats right now, moving coats. We had quite the array of things though. We have shoes, shorts, a tank top, a winter coat. So things sell in all seasons. I'm always listing everything. And I know I do get questions about if I should list things that are more like springy and summery in this fall and winter season. And I do, and you'll be surprised, especially like active or athletic gear really does sell all year round. And so I love to find those pieces. But yeah, now I need to get all these things shipped. I need to get them packaged, and then I have a porch pickup scheduled, so I'm gonna try to get these out the door, but I will meet you guys in a second over in one of the other rooms of my house for a little thrift haul. So I'll see you guys there in a second. Okay, so we made it to the living room. I've got both of my puppies on the couch behind me. There's little Gracie, and there's little Odie. And the haul I'm bringing you guys today is from a recent garage sale I went to. I went to this whole neighborhood garage sale thing. This happened in like August, September. I was like, are we still having garage sales this late in the year? But I mean, I'm not mad about it. I ended up getting these, I got a ton of stuff, like 3 huge piles of clothing, all pretty great brands, a lot of bread and butter, a lot of things that should resell for $35, sometimes more. And in total, I spent $52 for all of this. So let's jump into it. And these are really cute pieces, and I do think they're gonna do really well. So like this first piece here, this really cute, chunky Everlane sweater. I was excited to see some good brands because this is the only garage sale I bought anything to resell at the whole day in the whole neighborhood garage sale. This is a size medium. It's a chunky kind of knit sweater. I believe this feels like it's 100% cotton. Yep, 100% cotton, but this style is super popular right now, kind of like a chunky fisherman coastal sweater. This, I would assume I can probably list for around $35 and probably sell for around 30 bucks. Then this is a little Free People top, but I just thought this was so cute. This little like velvet kind of handkerchief style, but bandana kind of style too. Like very interesting, right? Cute little tank top. I thought this was so boho. This would be so great to wear to like a country music concert. And this is from Free People in a size small. But I just thought this was so cool. I might have actually sold this exact same shirt before. That would not surprise me. I feel like it looks a little familiar to me, but I would assume that I can probably sell this for around $20 to $35. I think that's adorable, and all the like metallic little texture to it, so cute. And then I grabbed this J. Crew denim jacket, which again, a lot of this is more bread and butter brands, but things that should still resell for good money. I thought this was a cute style denim jacket, and it is not from J. Crew factory, so that was another selling point. She had a lot of like Ann Taylor, Loft, J. Crew factory pieces, and I try to be selective and pick the best of the best pieces. This is in a size small, but I would assume I can list this I'll probably list it around $25. Which isn't a ton of money, but again, since I spent $50 basically on every single piece here, I feel like we'll have a good return on our investment. Then I grabbed this Lacoste piece. This is so cute, and each one of these pieces cost me roughly like $2 to $4. She had everything priced individually, so that's why it's a little hard. I can't really tell you exactly how much I paid, but for most pieces, especially tops, I paid $2 or $3 a piece. So we have this little Lacoste, I would say 3/4 length sleeve, little V-neck, and then it has the white logo on it. I thought this was really cute. It's a size 40, which I always have to look up the Lacoste size chart every time I pick up one of these bad boys. But this is white, but it was in really good shape. Like there's not any stains. The pits looked good. So I was thinking I'll probably list that around $25 to $35. And then Ever Eve has been selling really well for me, and I thought this little tank top was kind of cute, and this was only like $1 or $2, I think. But a little Ever Eve tank top. Ever Eve is a brand that I've been really liking picking up. It has this fun little color blocking details, size medium on that as well. And that I'll probably list around $20. And then we have quite a few dresses as well. So I felt like for a garage sale, this was actually not bad at all. This first one is this kind of like shirt, kind of flowy, kind of like a caftan shirt dress, but this is from Free People as well. Free People, size small, and I like selling Free People. I know not everybody does, but this kind of style where it's like a nice little flowy dress, I think will be really cute. And I also have been looking for pieces for my cousin, Jeremy's cousin, but we're super close. And a lot of these things are in her size, so I'll probably send a few pictures her way and then list everything else. I thought this was a really cute dress. This one is adorable. The sweater dress, long sleeve, knit piece. It very much so kind of almost reads like Aviator Nation to me. And then it also has this fun little circle ring on the zipper for the pole. And this is also from Free People. And this one is in a size small as well. But this one definitely looks like it runs a little bit oversized, but I thought this was a really cute dress. And again, I'll probably list, I don't know, the dresses I'll probably list around 35 to 50, somewhere in there. I haven't gone through and looked at every single comp yet, but that's just what I would say off the top of my head. That's probably where I'll end up listing. This is another Free People dress. I would say midi to maxi length, and it has buttons all the way down the front, super cute. This feels like it's probably like a linen or a cotton, and this is in a size medium from Free People. It's 100% cotton, so I do think this one's really cute and is a great transition piece too, but also would be so cute like on a cruise or on vacation. Absolutely adorable. I love the texture to this as well. So that one I feel like I'll probably end up listing around $50. And I'll also try my best to find a stock photo of that because I feel like that's gonna not show up super well just on a hanger. Then we have this cute little pink kind of gauzy. And then I would say it's probably supposed to be off the shoulder, but you could probably wear it up as well. This little pink ruffled dress, and this is from Rebecca Taylor, which I have sold some Rebecca Taylor pieces for really good money. This doesn't have a size at the top. It's 100% cotton, but based off of everything else I've seen from her, I would say this is probably a size medium is my guess. And Rebecca Taylor does retail for a lot of money. So I feel like that was probably a great pickup. Again, $52 for everything. So I'm feeling good about that. Then this is the only, I think this might be the only Ann Taylor piece I picked up. This is new with tags. It's a size medium, but it's this really beautiful sequin midi skirt, and I thought that this was cute enough that it would be worth picking up. I hardly ever sell Ann Taylor or Loft anymore unless I find it in the bins, but this was cheap enough that I thought it was probably worth it. And also, I love the sequins on this. It's sparkly, it's new with tags. I'm assuming I can list that hopefully for at least $25. And then I grabbed this skirt, and I'm not usually a skirt grabber. I just don't sell them very well, but this is new with tags as well, and this is from J. Crew. And I loved the style of this skirt. It's very much so like Gossip Girl vibes and Clueless. I think it's so cute. I love the color. The pink is adorable. But there's some schmutz on the front of this because these were all hanging from like the tracks of the garage door. And so I was getting some grease off of those hangers like on the pieces. Not exactly amazing, but I think I'll be able to get it out with some Blue Dawn dish soap, do a little scrub. But this is also 100% wool. So this is absolutely adorable. I think that I can probably list that for, I don't know, probably $25 to $35. I did grab this little J. Crew sweater. I think this is the only J. Crew factory piece I picked up. I picked it up because it's a wool blend and it had a Scotty dog on it. And anything that's kind of more like novelty print like this, where it has a dog on it or something unique about it, I do tend to find it does pretty well for me. This is a size medium, and it's 37% viscose, 35% nylon, 28% merino wool. So I do think that this should probably sell for around $25 to $30. I did grab one Athleta sweatshirt, but this one I grabbed with my cousin in mind. So I think I'm just gonna give this to her, but I think this will be really nice and she'll like that. So I'll put that to the side for her. This is the new J. Crew label. So when I saw this, I was like, okay, so this is a newer piece from J. Crew, and I'm pretty sure this is also linen. So I thought this was kind of cute. It is just a tank top, but I didn't pay a ton for it. It is this cute color. I like the style of it, kind of like an apron style tank top, and it is 100% linen. So I did think this might do pretty well. I didn't have time to look up every single piece there, but for like $2 or $3, I thought that was cute, and it's a size medium. But I want to show you guys this tag because this tag is definitely newer from J. Crew compared to this tag from J. Crew. If you can look at that, that's an older tag for sure. And this is from summer 2023. So in the last 2 years that came out, not too bad. And this piece is the only one that I'm kind of on the fence about if I should have picked it up. But this is a J. Crew sweater again. This is an older style, size small, but it's also 100% linen. So I do love the linen pieces. I find that that material does really well for me. And so I went on a little limb with that piece. I'm not sure how much I'll be able to sell it for, maybe $15 to $25, but I still grabbed it. And then I also grabbed this J. Crew dress in a size small, not J. Crew factory, for again, just a few dollars. I thought this could do well, maybe $25, $35 for that dress if I don't give it to my cousin. It's pretty cute. And then this is a really cute find. I feel like this might actually do really well. It is this, I would say vintage J. Crew little cardigan, but it's Hawaii themed. So I thought this was really fun. Has little like hula dancers on it, and then also all the islands on the back as well. Oh, it's so cute. And this is, again, it's from J. Crew in a size small, and it's also 100% wool. So this wool sweater, I checked it everywhere for holes. It is absolutely adorable. And this kind of like, again, the novelty print from J. Crew can do really well. So I went on a limb with that one. I think she might have charged me like $5 for that one, but I feel like that's one of those things that could probably actually sell for like 50 bucks. If I label it right, if I market it right, somebody in Hawaii could like love that piece. And then this I picked up because it's a quilted jacket. We're in the right season for this, but it's from Calia, which is Carrie Underwood's athletic brand. And I don't think I've ever picked this up to resell, but again, the price was right. And I know that anything I don't actually want to list, I can give to my cousin. And I do actually think she might like that. So maybe I'll send her a picture of that one. But I also feel like some Calia pieces can do well. And since that's a really nice style, probably could list it around $25. Then I picked up one pair of shoes there. These were only a single dollar, and they were, again, you guessed it, J. Crew, but they are black and brown leather. I think they're so nice. They're made in Italy. They're from spring 2022, and they are a size 8. So if these were my size, I would totally keep these. I love these. I think they're very classic, super nice leather pair of sandals. Like, I'm sure at J. Crew, those probably retailed for like $100 or something absolutely insane. And I got them for a single dollar. I'll have to check comps, of course, but I would think 20 bucks probably at least for those. And then the very last thing I grabbed at this garage sale was this dress, and it's also new with tags. Very difficult to show you. It looks really wide, which is interesting. And then it has little bow ties that tie on the sides, but kind of like a more relaxed fit. I don't even know what to describe this dress as. It's a size medium, but definitely looks like a size like large or extra large could probably wear it. It's a little polka dot number, but I do have, since it is new with tags, I do have the style name, I have all that information, so I'll be able to look it up. But again, since it was new with tags, and this probably retailed, since it's not J. Crew factory, it probably retailed for over $100, maybe more. I thought it was probably worth grabbing. I have no idea how it's supposed to fit somebody. Maybe I might even try this on and see what it looks like, because that's a little confusing to me. But all those pieces I got for $52, and each one, if I sell each one for 20 bucks, I've got a couple $100 of profit sitting here. So I think those are some good grabs. What would you guys have done at a garage sale? Would you have grabbed those as well? I think that these are great bread and butter items. They're things that I didn't pay very much for. And so I love having a mixture of some bread and butter and also some really expensive pieces that I'm able to cherry pick what I find at a Goodwill or whatever, and then resell them for more money. So I was pretty happy with that. So we sent out some sales together. I showed you guys what sold over the weekend, and then I showed you guys what I've been picking up recently at a garage sale. Let me know if you guys like this video, if you guys like seeing these things that are selling as they come through. I love hearing your guys' feedback, and it really does help me know what to film for you guys. And also, if you guys know of good thrifting in the Michigan, Detroit metro area, I would love for you guys to share that with me. You can go and follow me on Instagram and send me a message. That would be so helpful. And also, if you're wanting to support us in our move and haven't checked out my closets in a while, go and see what I have to offer. And anything that's a little bit older, anything older than 90 days, you guys make me an offer, send me a little message saying you're from YouTube. I will give you 40% off, if not more. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And until the next video, bye.